Hey guys, what's going on? It's Zam911 playing a game of Domination on the map Resistance. I have the ACR with Silencer. My perks are Sleight of Hand, Hardline, and Marksman Pro. My perks to be unlocked through the Specials package will be Assassin, you got Quick Draw, and I got Blast Shield. I wish I had a Scavenger, but I'm like level 30 on my 5th Prestige, so Scavengers is not available yet. And if you're wondering how I have the ACR, I actually unlocked it through the Prestige shop using a Prestige token. Now, if you haven't used your Prestige token, or if you don't know what it is, if you've played the other Call of Duty games, you have actually some tokens. And what that token does, it actually lets you unlock guns that you can carry through all your Prestiges. You can unlock gears, you can unlock perks. For instance, you can have the ACR after level 4 through all your Prestiges, or you can have Assassin through level 4 through all your Prestiges, and it stays with you throughout the whole thing. Now, one thing that they did change in this game is that normally when you use the Prestige, you used to get a custom class every time you Prestige, so you ended up with like 10 classes by the time you had Prestige all the way. Unfortunately, in this game, they took away that, so if you want an extra class, you gotta use your token on that extra class. Now, not everybody uses 10 class. I've really never used 10 classes. I would say 7 or 8, and I'll be good. This this game really tends to have a couple specific powerful weapons, and that's really it. I mean, people switch through them and change, but I think there's only a couple good weapons in this game, and I've just been constantly using those weapons. Now, I picked up the TP90, which I like a lot. I mean, I haven't unlocked it yet. I will be unlocking it after this game, but it's a great gun, especially for the smaller maps. I wouldn't consider using that on the big maps, but on the small maps with rapid fire or a silencer, it's a very deadly gun. As you can see over here, even though we're holding A and B, for some reason all these enemies start spawning right behind me, which a lot of times you're going through the MOAB, you're not paying attention, and you got guys spawning right behind you, just like what happened right now. And luckily there was about 6 guys in the areas. I cleared them out. Now I'm gonna head back towards A because they're gonna start moving towards that way. And in this map, those are the 2 areas you really want to control: is holding down A and B, and kind of moving your way towards C, and having your teammates hold down that whole alleyway, which you will see in about a few we hold down that certain area. That way you know exactly where they're coming from. But you also have to have good teammates that can hold down certain areas. Hopefully I'll be bringing you gameplay of different MOBs on almost every map in Modern Warfare 3. Right now it's kind of difficult trying to get it, because so far, I mean, I can't even count how many times I've actually died at 22 kills or 23 kills. Shot in the back, stabbed, grenade. I mean, just some random things, I mean, enemies spawning right behind me, like literally, right behind me. I mean, how are you gonna avoid that or know that, hey, an enemy's right there? One of the biggest tips I can give you guys in this game, or to get a MOAB, or how to even get better, will be that mini map that you see on the left hand side. That is the most important thing in this game. I mean, in all of Call of Duty. When I first started off playing World at War, that was the game I started off playing. Honestly, I mean, I truly sucked. I probably got 1 or 2 kills throughout God knows how many games. I didn't start getting better till Modern Warfare 2, where I actually started picking up the pace and kind of getting an idea for the game. But the hardest problem and the hardest part for me was one, identifying the enemy. Second, I never really paid attention to that minimap. My focus was always of what was in front of me. Now, where the minimap helps you is you know where your teammates are. For instance, when I'm shooting forward or I'm looking forward, I'm also looking at my teammate on that minimap that's behind me. because the moment I see that triangle, disappear, or basically I see a triangle move, I turn my focus back towards that certain area because I know I'm not covered in that area, or if it disappears, it means your teammate got killed, and that what, somebody's gonna come through that way. So it's more awareness. You see me stroll back to this side of the map because that thought of them spawning back by A, like they did earlier, is still there. So that's why I kind of spawned back. Now, as far as basically gun goes, majority of my MOABs has been with the ACR. Main reason is it's very low recoil, good damage power. I mean, I've tried games to where I try to get the MOAB with the SCAR. Not too much luck just because of the recoil. I mean, even with the silencer still has a high recoil, and a lot of times I'm shooting at the enemy, he's shooting at me, and he wins the fight. And that happens sometimes. Either the game lags out. I mean, with the PS3, we do have some issues of lag issues. Sometimes it's playing, and out of nowhere, you're in one place and it completely throws you in a different place. Again, stay close to objects, stay close to walls. Huge tip, as you can see me by a wall. Be patient to get the MOAB. You really can't rush into it, and if you do rush into it, you're going to end up dying because you're going to try to go for that 1 kill or that 2 kill that you're away, and you're going to get shot in the back or something's going to happen to you. This is a great area to kind of hold down if the team is holding down A and B. Very good protective area that you can try to protect. Either stay downstairs or upstairs, depending if you guys have C and A and they're coming through B, or basically you guys have C and B. But a very good area to protect and hold on. And there goes the MOAB, as you guys can see. And from here, I really don't die other than that first death that I had. I wasn't paying attention. What do you call it? I was looking at that guy with the live shield, and finally got him killed. And I got killed in the alleyway. Again, majority of the kills you saw right there is the PP90. It's a great close combat, great close range weapon. It's great to use it on maps like Dome, Hard Hat, any small maps. But when it comes to bigger maps like Village, this is good on Mission. I have videos of this where I've used this on Mission with Hardline, and I've got like 70 kills and like 10 deaths, which I'll be posting a video of that later on. But please leave some comments, leave some feedback. This is on my second commentary. I'm trying to get used to this. If you want me to do a commentary about a certain gameplay, certain game type, leave comments, leave me feedbacks, and I'll listen to it. As soon as I find some time, I work and basically try to do this and try to enjoy, having a good time playing the game. But any type of comments, any type of feedback would help out. Rate the video. Please subscribe to the channel. It is growing. Majority of these contents are coming from subscribers, as far as the type of gameplay they want to see, what type of weapons they want me to use, and what to do. Now in the video it doesn't seem that harsh, the whole map kind of being red, but when you're really playing and you get the MOAB and it's kind of live, the thing looks pretty freakish, and it looks very difficult, especially when you're trying to find somebody. The whole thing is kind of red. It's very hard to identify enemies, especially when you see the red target over their name. The whole map is kind of, and the whole screen is kind of red, so to try to identify that red marking over their name, it becomes a little difficult. But that's what you gotta love about Marksman Pro in this game. Just being able to see an enemy from further, and you see those red names over them. If I would have started off with the Modern Warfare 3 compared to World at War, I would have been much better.